UK Bitcoin Master, back with another video in my series Bitcoin for Beginners. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get into it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, it's fantastic to be with you today. Today is Monday the 18th of March 2018, and as always have a strong Bitcoin hand. Buy your Bitcoin, get it off an exchange onto a Trezor, and then hold for the halvings. It's what I say, it's what I always say. It is where that is where my philosophy is, and that's what I teach on this channel. You'll notice down to this side of me a disclaimer. I don't give financial advice. Nothing on this show is meant for financial advice. Usagi Nami, great to see you in the chat there. It is just my opinion. Hope you like the new Run BTC t-shirt, guys. Absolutely love wearing these different t-shirts to promote what I've got an absolute passion for. So don't take this as financial advice. It's not meant to be. Finally, I'll just pop up my website address where you can go to my archives and watch all of my previous Bitcoin videos, all the videos I've ever done since I started in Bitcoin. So not financial advice. There's my website. Okay. My philosophy's never changed. It is not going to change. Casso, great to see you in the chat with us. Great to have you there with us this UK Bitcoin evening. Follow me across all the platforms like Twitter. I'm on Steemit. I post this video afterwards through DTube up onto Steemit. I post this video on a platform called Bit.Tube, which is a YouTube alternative. I put a link to it on BitBacker.io. So all of those platforms, you will find me at UK Bitcoin Master. As always, do check out the notes below. You'll always find some good stuff there. Links to t-shirts, to buy Trezors, links to register on Coinbase if that's what you want to do. There's a link down there if you want to connect with me personally through my Gmail account for maybe a consultation. Everything is down there, including the notes section to the links I'm going to discuss on this channel tonight. I've got to get used to saying tonight as it's evening time here in the UK. What is Casso? Usami, Casso, I really am older than... Okay, they're chatting in the chat over there. Some things I want to touch on. Firstly, this is my first show since that horrific event in New Zealand. So I guess I want to take this opportunity to say that even the other side of the world, if you're watching this now or later in the future from New Zealand or Australia, you know, my thoughts, my family's thoughts are with you guys down there. It just shows that no matter where we are in the world's going loopy. It's going absolutely crazy for this, you know, these mass shootings, and we've got lots of knifing problems here in the UK. And, you know, I don't know what's going on with the world. It's just gone absolutely crazy mad. It really has. And in fact, with that said, I'm just going to pop over to my Mac screen, and I want to just bring up an article that I think sort of starts to encapsulate what we're talking about here. Now, this is obviously an article with reference to the New Zealand shooting. But if you're new into Bitcoin, or if you're on the fringes of Bitcoin, there's something you really, really want to keep in mind. The mainstream media will always twist the news. And they'll twist the news in ways that could easily FUD us all out of our Bitcoin if we don't have that strong Bitcoin hand, if we don't follow the correct commentators. What do I mean by that? Well, firstly, hold on a second. Let me just make sure you guys can see it okay, which you can. I want to scroll down, and this is a horrific story. I'm not going to labour the point about the story, but the guy in question if I go down, hopefully this has highlighted what I want to talk to you about. Yeah, there it is. It was my understanding he was open to see the world, to see as many places as possible. He just wanted to experience different experiences, she said. This is the bit I've highlighted. The suspect wrote in his 74-page manifesto that he paid for his travels using money from Bitcoin investments. No, he didn't. He used money from being involved in a scam called BitConnect. BitConnect has been closed down. It is no more. And yet, the news, Fox News, that how many people watch, Fox News want to manipulate, want to twist those words so that the 80%ers see, here we go again, this is somebody that was involved in Bitcoin, drug money, gun money, criminal money. There's another case of how Bitcoin is wrong. No, Bitcoin's right. His money that he raised through BitConnect was nothing to do with Bitcoin. Okay? Bitcoin Connect was a scam. It was a Ponzi scheme that is now closed down. Okay? So if you're watching this in the future, firstly, down in your bottom right-hand corner, you'll see the subscribe button. Subscribe, bash the bell button, do all that stuff. Forgot to mention that earlier. But if you're watching this in the future, just understand that the mainstream FUD machine will do everything they can to manipulate the truth. They always have, they always will. They're not going to change. You know, I always say, what news sells? Good news or bad news? It is always bad news. Ah, my missus is in the chat. Mrs. UK Bitcoin Master. Excellent. Good to have you with you, my dear. Good to have you with us, my dear, even. So that's the first article I just wanted to bring to your attention, that it's so important that you listen to the right information as we go through. Okay, before we move on Twitter, there's a guy with thousands and thousands and thousands of Twitter followers, and his name is Alistair Milne. I think Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, refers to him as Alistair Milne. Alistair Milne is how I might say it. I want to talk about a tweet he tweeted. Crikey, I can't remember if it's today or yesterday now. The time goes so fast. But he tweeted this. What if I told you it has been 12 months since we had 4 consecutive green weekly candles for Bitcoin? Well, a candle is an uptrend. It is the price going up. And, you know, if you look over a week, it's up and down like a fiddler's elbow. He's talking about a whole week of an overall green candle, 4 weeks in a row. Okay, my response to that, seriously, and I'm not being flippant in any way, so what? Don't watch the charts. You know, Bitcoin is down in its bear market, but by goodness, the bulls are coming. I am listening out there to everything that's going on, and so many commentators, people of influence are saying the tide is turning. Now, we don't know what's going to happen through the whole of 2019, but the tide's turning. They can feel it. Things are happening that go way over my head in terms of what I understand about Bitcoin, etc., in terms of what makes an asset class like Bitcoin grow. But all the stuff going on that I'm listening to, watching and reading is saying, hey, the tides are starting to turn. So, you know, Alistair is pro-Bitcoin. It's simply something that could worry someone. And what I'm saying is, so what? Buy your Bitcoin. Don't look at the charts. Don't follow charts. Just treat it like a savings account and hold it for the long term, even the medium to the long term. Because, you know, we've got, if you don't know what the halvings are, we've got a halving coming up in 2020. Go back to my ukbitcoinmaster.com platform and watch my videos about what a halving is. Understand the scarcity aspect. So 2020 is coming. 2024 is coming. You know, for you people younger than me, so is 2028. Then 2032, when Bitcoin is going to get scarcer and scarcer and scarcer. The demand for it is going to go up and up and up as the institutions come in, as the government comes in, as, you know, things happen. the price is only going to go up. So what you don't want to do is look at articles like that and go, oh my God, what's this guy saying? Look at all the followers he's got. I'm out of Bitcoin. Don't do it. Just hold, stay strong, watch channels like mine, the Bitcoin Meister channel, BTC Benny's channel, you know, Ivan on Tech's channel. I'll give Ivan on Tech a shout out. You know, I've been following him recently. Fantastic channel there. Talk some really, really good Bitcoin stuff. So first article. In terms of my philosophy on these shows of is Bitcoin dying or is it gathering momentum? Or is it going in the right direction, let's say? Let's have a look at a couple of articles. Now, all the talk is on stable coins at the moment. I don't really understand all this stuff. I just understand that a stable coin is pinned to an asset or it's pinned to a currency. And all these coins you're hearing about, Facebook coin, JP Morgan coin and all the others, and now IBM, they're not Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin is going to have a scarcity factor. It is decentralized. These stable coins are all built, owned, developed, you know, invented, whatever you want to call it, by an entity, someone, a company, a corporation, a bank, which means they can be compromised. It means they all have somewhere a central point of failure. It means if it's a government-backed coin, it can be manipulated so that they ensure that they make money, not you. If you're looking for something where you're on the cusp of something incredible, where for once in a human being's lifetime, you've got the opportunity to make a real difference and be part of the 1% of a new cutting-edge technology, you want to see all this as positive stuff, but keep in mind you want to be invested into the rock, which is Bitcoin. Here's another one. Hold on. Bitcoin news. NASDAQ announces world's first full-stack crypto platform. Now, I don't know what that means. What I know is NASDAQ is the world's second largest stock exchange. So, if they are pro what we're talking about here, does that sound like they're all talking about stay away from that Bitcoin thing? It's a fraud. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's for drug runners, gun runners and criminals. No, they understand where this whole thing is going and they are moving towards it. There's another, if you like, underpinning that we're in the right place here at the right time, guys. Now, all that said is good. All said and good, I should say. You know, but then there's something else to consider, and it's something that I always talk about on my shows, and that is buy some Bitcoin, get it off an exchange onto a Trezor hardware device, protect your private keys, protect your Trezor from hackers, and then sit and wait for the halvings, like a savings plan. So on that note, you know, here's another bit of the saga of QUADRIGA. Okay, let me just scroll down. This is so sad. The late QUADRIGA ex-CEO used his own personal funds to fulfill withdrawals. Now, if your money is, and all this is about is, don't keep your money on exchanges. That is all this is about. I don't want to go into the whys and wherefores of what's being said there. I'm simply saying when an owner of an exchange, they mess up, maybe, you know, they're not liquid, maybe they're struggling financially and your coins are on that exchange, you know, all of a sudden exchanges can be compromised, they can be hacked, they can be taken down. That is why I just encourage you all, get a Trezor. Get your Bitcoin onto that Trezor and just check on it once a month, once every couple of months to make sure everything's as is. Do your update, do your firmware updates, learn how to do your firmware updates by making sure you've got your paper seed written down or your seed written down on your seed cards, because when you do a firmware update, it wipes the Trezor clean and you reclaim your Bitcoin back onto your Trezor by putting in the seed words. For goodness sake, learn how to do that, which is why we discuss, consultations with somebody so you do that right. Otherwise, even a hacker won't have your keys. You can lose the lot by messing it all up. So, there's some negative articles, or a negative article, plus some positives around where Bitcoin and crypto is going. So, to summarize all of that, it is most definitely moving in the right direction. It is most definitely going in the right direction for all of us. So hold firm, be that 20%er, develop that 20%er mentality, and you won't go far wrong. Another article here. Apparently there's a book called The Ascent of Money. I haven't read it, okay, but I'm going to find out about it. But look at the title. The Ascent of Money author admits he got Bitcoin wrong. What is he saying? I'm not going to pick up on all of it. Look, if I had listened to my son, I would have increased the dollar value of my investment by a factor of 45. Or if you prefer, I'd have made a return on the investment of 4,436%. The moral of the story is clear. When it comes to technology, this one says pay heed to teenagers. Yeah, they're the future. But it also means pay heed and take notice of people like me, the Bitcoin Meister, Trace Mayer, those types of channels, and listen to what we're saying, because that's just as relevant. So, it's all going in the right direction. That is just so exciting. It's just so exciting. I watched a movie the other day. As we wind this down, I'm going to announce shortly about my very first live guest speaker that I've got coming on my show. So hang on for that, guys. But the other day, I watched a film that I've been hearing a lot about, and I just haven't got round to watching it. And I decided to watch it. And that film was called The Big Short. Okay, now if you haven't watched it, go and watch it, because I'll tell you what it did for me. Whilst a lot of it was flipping going all over my head, the ethos of what I got from that film was the fact that leading up to the crash of 2008, most people were just going about their daily business. Who's the next actor coming on to the next, soap opera? Where are we going on holiday? When are we getting our new car and our new flat screen TV? And they were paying absolutely no heed to what was going on right under their noses in the financial markets. And it was frightening, if I'm honest, what went on, how they were shorting some of these, the housing market bubble, and how they discovered how it was just absolutely categorically going to crash. It wasn't in question, it was just a matter of time. And I think I'm saying watch that, because for me, with my 20% strong Bitcoin hand, it's made me realize that it's really important that we do know what's going on under our noses if we're going to be that 20%er mentality, and not just let life coast on by hoping that everything's all right down the road. Because the reality is, what's going on in the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin in particular, it is disrupting the world. It is so subtle that most are not seeing it going on. But people like myself and the other guys that are in the space, we know what's going on. This is going to change the face of money, the way we view banks, the way we view governments. I heard it on Ivan on Tech today, on one of his videos. He said the world is changing. We used to have to do what the governments told us to do. Now the governments are realizing they're going to have to find a way to serve us, the public, because we're starting to take back control, which is absolutely so flipping exciting. It's unreal. So guys, I advise you, let me bring myself back up, go and watch The Big Short. Don't try and understand all the intricacies of it. I'm probably saying that to my lovely wife because she likes to analyze things, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to just watch the movie, let what you don't understand wash over, but get an understanding of how corrupt governments are, people on Wall Street, people on stock exchanges, how they manipulate figures, how they manipulate everything to get ahead and make millions. It doesn't have to be that way. Learn a basic understanding of it and you are waterproofing yourself and protecting yourself for the future. I just find that, just go and watch it. Just go and watch it, seriously. Right, hold on a second. I want to come back to my Mac screen. No, I don't want to come back to my Mac screen. I want to come back to you guys. I want to announce somebody that I've coming on my live show that I'm going to interview on Thursday on my show around the same time, about 6 p.m. UK time. I'm really excited by this, and most of you know this guy. He's got his own opinions on what's going out there on in the crypto world. He's incredible at helping people split coins. He's got a new website that's going to help people a lot. I'm going to ask him some questions. If you can make it onto the call, come and join us on Thursday live, because I'm going to be interviewing Rocky Palumbo. Rocky's out in California. He's really excited about coming on the show. I'm really excited about having Rocky on the show. It's all set up. Hopefully the technology won't let us down. The bandwidth will hold up. My bandwidth's not particularly good here, even though I pay a flipping fortune for our BT internet. So hopefully it'll all work, but that's on Thursday's show at 6 p.m. So do join us for that. That is the end of the show. I want to leave you, if I may. I'm sort of getting into leaving people with quotes. So I want to just minimize this. And I want to bring up a quote because I've always believed in quotes all of my life. And here's one I think is brilliant. I don't know whether you can see it, guys, but discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Now, let's bring that full circle right back to Bitcoin. And what does Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, always talk about? Delay gratification. You know, Bitcoin will go up. Resist the temptation to spend. Resist the temptation for your new big screen TV or your new car or the house or whatever. And get yourself in a point where it's a savings plan for your future, but not only your future, your children's future, your grandchildren's futures. I took that off the screen a bit quick, didn't I? Let's put it back there. Just delay gratification. Discipline is about holding on to your Bitcoin. It's about not being fudded out of your Bitcoin. It's about not allowing the mainstream FUD machine to weaken your strong hand. It is about holding firm, having that strong Bitcoin hand and not letting anyone take it away from you. So guys, that is our show for today. As always, please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button so you get notified when I post new content. Again, do post this, repost it again on all the social media platforms so that we can get this message out there. Be that Steemit. If you're watching this on Steemit now, give us an upvote and a re-steam. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching it on BitBacker.io, you know, a pledge would be good. Thank you for anything you can donate. That's always useful, great for the cause. Again, on Bit.Tube, every video's gone up on Bit.Tube as well, which is an alternative to YouTube. So why not go out and check out Bit.Tube, because you can monetize your platform over there. Have that strong Bitcoin hand. Buy your Bitcoin, get it off onto your Trezor, get it onto a hardware device, then do nothing at all and just wait for all this lot to happen, because I'm telling you, it is going to happen. So guys, thanks for watching. As always, for those of you in the chat, let me know what you think of this. Leave a comment. That's always useful. Before you do leave the comment, please note, I do not understand charts. I don't do TA. I don't give financial advice. I'm just an ordinary working class guy that's got the bit between my teeth with regards to Bitcoin. I passionately believe in my heart that we are in the right place at the right time. We are in the top 1% of the world if we are into Bitcoin right now. Thanks again, my lovely, for posting something. That's always nice. I really do believe we're in the right place at the right time, and all we got to do is hold firm. Guys, that's our show for today. Thanks for watching. As always, bash the bell button, hit the like button. I will catch you all on Thursday. As always, have yourselves a fantastic Run BTC Bitcoin day. See you all on Thursday, everyone.